All people are put on this earth for a purpose. It took me a while to figure out just what my purpose was. I was put here to leave. I haven't been having the best of luck with my efforts though. Turns out killing yourself is a lot harder than you'd think. That's when I had my epiphany. My attempts were lacking imagination, unoriginal, and cliché. Gas, guns, knives, nooses, pills, poison. Tried them all. It needs to be something bigger, something better, something infinitely more memorable. It has to be spectacular. So that brings us here to my practical guide to a spectacular suicide. Rule number 1. If you're going to commit suicide in a public place in Scotland, make sure you get the job done. If you're unlucky enough to survive,
would you save me, pal?
It's considered a breach of the peace. Throughout this vlog, I want to take you through my experiences of suicide and just lay out some do's and don'ts. First off, one thing to note is taking care of your body is really no longer important. If you're going to end it all, you may as well live it up. When attempting the old toaster in the tub technique, make sure you've got enough cable. Also, having your body found naked, shrivelled Johnson and all, really robs you of your dignity. If you're going to hang yourself, always test the weight limit of your rope. And just on the off chance that this blog abruptly ends like that last episode of The Sopranos, then you'll know that my advice is sound.
Who is it, Eddie?
Hi, I'm Tom.
I've got no money. I've already got double glazing. I don't care who your god is, and I've already settled my debts with the loan sharks at their old bank. Bloody salesman, eh, Eddie? All right. Kill. What?
Are you Mr. Nielsen?
Who wants to know?
It's Tom. I just told you that before he slammed the door in my face.
Tom, what do you want?
I'm sent here to look after you.
Do I look like I need looking after?
Your fly's down.
I like the breeze down there.
Look, doesn't matter. I was sent here. You don't have to let me in.
What are you talking about? So you're the suicide kid?
Prefer Tom.
Fair enough. Come in. Hold it. Take off your belt. And your shoelaces too.
You serious?
What funny turn, and they think you can't even wipe your own ass. Oh, not that seat. That's Eddie's seat. So whose bright idea was it to send a suicidal kid to help an old guy live?
Some stupid judge. It's not like I want to be here.
Yeah, well, I'm not chuffed with the situation either. But seeing as you're here, I've got a wee job for you.
Look, just so you know, I'm not doing any sponge baths.
Here's a list.
Trim the bushes, tar the roof, sort my book collection, Teach me to spell collection. Fix the wireless. It's a radio. You want me to take you to talkies too?
Talking about my broadband, you fucking idiot.
Empty my colostomy bag. Look, I'll help around the house, but I've still got my dignity.
Now that your dignity's out of the window, fancy doing a wee job?
I suppose so.
Enjoy.
Name?
Collins. Tom Collins.
Alright, Mr. Bond. If you just fill this in, the doctor will be with you in a few minutes. And you don't have to whisper. You're not the only crazy person here.
Hey, Joe.
Sorry, if you don't know your voice. I'll get your
This is where it gets difficult. The first few are easy: name, age, address. They're only tough if you have multiple personalities.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Neither do we. So, what you in for? You strike me as the sort of person who would kill themselves.
How'd you figure that?
Nobody wears those for fashion anymore.
You must be here because your poor social skills then.
You get along well with my therapist. What's your name?
That's Joe.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
I'm actually, that's not.
Oh, my gran lived round the corner from you. I know exactly where you live. Just as well I'm not a crazy person.
Eve McKinley?
That's me.
I'm Tom, by the way.
I know.
Collins, the doctor's ready for you.
Thanks, Doctor. I'm ready to face the world again. Thanks.
It's just my job.
Thanks. Tom?
Yes.
If you'd like to take a seat,
Listen,
then I'll...
I just want to set a few things straight. I don't want to be here. I've been forced to come to these sessions. I'm not interested in what you've got to say, and I'm not going to change. I'm sorted up here. So is this my seat then? What are you doing?
Well, if you don't want my therapy, I may as well have the comfortable seat.
You serious?
I could ask the same of you.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Look, I'm not interested in helping somebody who doesn't want to be helped. I get paid either way. But if you could hold off topping yourself for 8 weeks, I could get 8 paychecks.
Your 2 p.m. has been moved to 3 p.m, Dr. Watson.
Thanks.
Oh, sorry, I had to talk
Let go of the button.
I'm sorry, did she just say your name was Dr. Watson?
Don't bother. I've heard them all.
No shit, Sherlock.
Good one.
What are you writing?
Potential retardation.
So, what's your first name then? John? John Watson?
That's rich coming from Tom Collins. Is that what your mum was drinking when you were in the womb?
Ah, she was off her tits and opium.
You should do stand-up comedy. You'd soon die on the stage.
Don't you're complaining about this chair's pretty comfy.
No talking. It's quiet time.
What am I supposed to do then?
There's a book of Sudoku on my desk. They're all finished, but feel free to leaf through them and bask in my genius.
I know that so far this hasn't been much of a guide, practical or otherwise. So to help you learn from my mistakes, here are my top 5 failed attempts.
Due to a centimetre of snow on the tracks, all trains have been cancelled. Christ. Well, what we'll do is I'll run in first, gather up all the eggs, and we can kind of just, blast them all down with the AOE. We can take a little to the crunch number real quick.
Hey! Don't touch that, it's dangerous.
Why? What's in there?
The last person to ask a stupid question. Eddie says it's time for our lunch. So how did you do it?
Just walked down the beach, stood at the water's edge, then I just walked until the bubbles stopped.
Oh, I love the beach. Was it money problems, woman problems, and problems?
Look, there's just nothing good ahead and no light at the end of the tunnel, is there?
Son, fucked if I know what's around the corner. But that's the whole point.
Look, do you really want to know why I tried to kill myself? Why not?
I really don't understand the world anymore, Eddie.
Oh, not seen yet? Take a seat.
Oh, Tom. Didn't know you'd be back here again.
Thought you'd have known a thing like that, being my stalker and all.
Just joking about that stalker stuff. Now, about this blog of yours.
You've been reading my blog?
Yeah. You're pretty easy to find on the internet, but I've read it. It's pretty interesting. Do you need a hand? Sounds like fun.
No thanks, I don't need an assistant.
Well, I've read your blog and you clearly do.
Hey, Dr. Watson, now?
Well look, I don't hire anyone without any references. So, bring me a CV and we'll talk.
Are you still being a stubborn bastard, or are you ready to talk? Fine, sit down and shut up. Cigar?
No thanks, those things will kill you. You know, you're not much of a psychiatrist.
You're right, I'm not. I'm a psychologist.
What's the difference?
I don't know. I'm trying to do my Sudoku here.
You know, get something for me to read then?
Haven't you got some book on suicide you could be leafing through?
Tried to go out to the library once, but you didn't think I'd bring it back.
That's a good one.
Not actually joking.
Even better. You know, you even breathe annoyingly.
Yeah, I've been trying to stop that.
Okay, here's a book I've been reading. It's riveting stuff.
This doesn't instill me with much confidence, you know.
It's not meant to. You don't want my help, remember? Anyway, sometimes the simplest methods are the most effective.
So I find this hostile approach you're adopting in here, eh?
I'm not adopting anything. This isn't a bit or a ploy. This is just an hour of babysitting.
It's a bit harsh.
You're right. I'm doing a disservice to babies everywhere. Right, that's time.
Finally. I was about to die in my sessions to stop me committing suicide. Would have been ironic.
Thanks for that. You know, I'm a doctor who couldn't understand irony until now.
Seriously, Tom, don't bother coming back if you don't want my help. I'll say you came to all the sessions. I'm not interested in trying to save someone who doesn't want to be saved. So, kill yourself if you must. I won't lose any sleep over it. Think about it.
Okay, I will.
Edna! Let's fight those demons.
Tom! One CV for you.
I worked in a shop once. It's not much of a CV.
You're a very negative person, do you know that?
Can't come to me, eh?
Well, maybe that's where you're going wrong. Perhaps if you were more positive, things would go more smoothly in your attempts.
Positive? This is suicide. Positive doesn't really fit in.
That's what I'm talking about.
You sound like a Disney movie. You're gonna sing me a song and be positive now?
When you're trying to
Oh, come
kill
on, you
your...
need to stop. I can't handle this right now.
So what are your plans for this spectacular suicide?
I don't know. Jump off a bridge or something. I just can't afford to screw it up this time, you know?
It's hardly spectacular, is it? From your blog, all I can see is these tired, cliched methods. You're not even trying that hard. You gotta grab life by the scruff of the neck and wring it to fucking death. Every minute of every day is an opportunity to kill yourself.
You're an expert now?
I wouldn't say I was an expert, but I've been known for my creativity.
Look, I suppose it couldn't hurt to at least hear a couple of your ideas.
I knew you'd come around.
It's a probationary period though, and I want a reference from that shop.
About that? I never actually worked in a shop, but people lie on those things all the time.
Top floor, door opening. Have a nice day.
Make yourself at home.
How do you afford this place?
You've only got a few months to live, you may as well live it in luxury.
Right. Let's get down to business then.
So, let's brainstorm, I guess.
Not supposed to say that anymore.
What are you supposed to say then?
Dot shower? Or mind blizzard?
And what do you suppose the group of people were doing when they thought up an alternative to that expression?
So you got any ideas so far?
Just got this one.
What's that?
It's a diagram, see?
How about this?
What's happening there?
I'm not much of an artist, so you'll have to use your imagination. So that wee guy on the diving board is you, and in the water there's crocodiles. So you get some height on the board and then you dive in.
No.
And then here come the fireworks.
Crocodiles, maybe a bit difficult to source. Any other ideas?
Okay, so this one you're wearing a shell suit next to a bonfire.
I see.
And you've got deodorant. And then you get eaten by crocodiles again.
What did they say? Crocodiles were a problem?
And then here come the fireworks.
Pass. I think I see where this one's going. Pass.
Okay, this is another hanging one, but you'll need to go to London for it.
I actually quite like that one, but I don't know how I'd get on the roof of Big Ben.
Then here comes the fireworks.
Next.
Right. I've got one more. I'm in this one.
Why?
I've been setting off the fireworks in the last few scenarios. Seemed only appropriate. And here comes the fireworks!
Tom, why do you really want to kill yourself? What's so bad about living?
Living's overrated. It's all hype and no substance. It's like Avatar.
I liked Avatar.
There's no wonder you like living then. On a completely unrelated note though, I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Oh, thank God you're still alive, Tom. I thought I'll have to clean the garage myself. Tom. Have you seen Eddie's hot dog chew? What have you got there? Pull a chair over.
Is that you?
In my heyday.
You actually look happy in these photos.
Yeah, that was before I met you.
Oh, what was the award? Best Tom Selleck impersonation?
The Woodwork Award.
Oh, look, maybe if you labelled them, I'd know what was going on. I mean, like this one. This could be your daughter, niece, your previous box moving slave for all I know. Mr. Nielsen?
Bennett.
Bennett?
Did I stutter? Bennett. Tom?
Yeah?
The key.
If you're watching this right now, then that means I'm dead. Welcome to my video mill. Over the years, I've accrued a fair amount of useless tat. If there's any money left in my will? I don't know. If there's any money left in my account, then use it to pay off this flat. Don't worry about the change, I'll haunt the landlord until he drops the debt. Or drops dead. So, let's get started. My extensive DVD collection, featuring such classics as Juice Bigelow, Male Gigolo, and Charlie's Angels 2, Full Throttle, is a historical film archive that might benefit from these seminal titles. My book collection. My antique skis, worn by Gustav Lanchner in the 1936 Winter Olympics. Don't worry, I'd never heard of them either. These might help counter my debts. My Hattori Hanzo. Depending on the means of my demise, you might need to give it a wee clean. My other DVD collection. These are for my cousin John, but only when he's old enough. Ross Jonathan gave the iron squirting 4 fingers up. Never have I seen a more inventive use of the hammer and sickle. Alright, my comic collection. These are also for John. Take good care of these. Hours of entertainment. A cuddly toy! Lastly, I'd like the following items to be buried in my coffin. A mobile phone, fully charged and switched off with credit, 2 tins of ravioli, 3 litre bottles of water, and 1 torch with new batteries. Being buried alive just isn't for me.
Well, they all come crawling back to JW. Is that a bum bag? Why, yes it is. I'm bringing it back. You know, you're not a very good psychologist. You didn't ask me anything about my parents. I thought you didn't want my help. Well, I don't, but I was just saying.
I'm taking an hour and a half for lunch today, Doc. I'm going for a manicure and a wax.
I'm not too happy with that, to be honest.
Well, it has to be done. I mean, I need this wax now. I mean, it's getting pretty damn...
Stop. Please.
Okay, well, I'll see you in an hour and a half then. Maybe 2 if I fancy a pedicure as well.
Sorry about that, Tom. You were saying? I have no idea. If I question, why don't you fire her? She's, well, let's be honest about it, she's a total bitch. You're right. She is. She's a horrible human being. And I have tried to sack her. How can you try to sack somebody? Surely you just sack them. It's that simple. Afraid not. What? How? She said no. She said no? She said no, and she's remained employed ever since. Honestly, I'm afraid of what she might do to me. So, about your parents? Well, my dad, he died in a car accident, and then my mum, she died of a broken heart. Yeah, grief. It can be a killer. I'm sure it can be, but she's in a pack of love hearts and one got lodged in her windpipe. She's choked to death. Christ! Yeah, well, love hearts. Do you just make a joke about my dead mum? I like that. People need to learn to laugh at death. It's like EastEnders, it's not going anywhere, so you just better accept it. Feel free to use that one, by the way. Fine, I guess my childhood was okay, I mean, at least initially. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to stop you there. But I will be delighted to hear all about your fucked up childhood next time. You kidding? I don't think so. Are you? Well, no. Well, I just thought that you might be. I mean, who waits to the last seconds of a session to decide that they want to talk? Just plucking up the courage, alright? Yeah, well, next time get there quicker. First time that's ever been requested of me. I bet it is. I bet it is. Until next time, we can finally get down to business.
Hello and welcome. Today I'd like to present my production of Tom's Favourite Suicides. New York, 1934. Oswald Steinberg is having coffee with his wife.
Oh, this coffee is too bitter.
Here, have some sugar.
Thank you. Damn, when will they make sugar bags for the working man?
Oswald set to work developing an easy open sugar packet. The fruit of his work was this.
Finally, after 3 years of work, I have made the stick sachet. Now, instead of ripping off the top of the sachet, I can break it in half, thusly. It leaves just one piece of rubbish. It's quick and easy. Now I will distribute my new invention. Did you write this? This is fucking awful.
Just keep going. I mean, we're feeling this time.
The world must know about this amazing breakthrough.
But little did he know that his invention would become a mere cheap imitation.
I don't get it. Your design's a success. Everyone's using it.
That's not the point. They're not using it right. They're ripping off the top like your garden variety sugar sachet. All my work for nothing. Nothing!
Driven to despair by his failure, Oswald did the only thing he could do to escape. What's the news then? We're shopping. Hello? Mr. Nielsen?
You could at least buy me dinner first.
Scared the shit out of me.
Watch your language. Eddie's of a sensitive disposition. How about some fucking dinner then? Could go some chocolate after that. Like a big nutty marathon bar. Damn, I miss them.
What are you talking about? They're still around. It's just called a Snickers now.
What? Rubbish. I would have known that.
I'm telling you, they just changed the name.
I don't believe you.
I'm not asking you to. I'm just stating facts here.
But you are, you know. You are the hired man. How good and kind of you to remind me. How good, how true, how kind.
Listen, sorry about that whole photo thing. I didn't want you to feel like I was invading your privacy or anything like that.
Son, every time you come through that door, you're invading my privacy. So don't worry about it.
Alright then.
Good to see you. How about a drink? Oh, come on, my dear fellow. Let me buy you a drink. Oh, Gwendolyn, don't forget to send one to Aunt Beatrice.
Just speak up already, you're killing me.
I was just wondering if that was your daughter in the pictures.
So you start off the conversation by apologising for invading my privacy, and then continue it by invading it further.
Seems so.
Just checking.
Well?
Yes, she is.
See? Well, that wasn't so difficult. So, where is she? How come I've never seen her around here?
She just fucking isn't. And it doesn't matter why.
Just trying to get to know you, right?
We fell out 20 years ago and I haven't seen her since. Okay? Happy now? Think you know me?
Sorry.
But don't you think it's been long enough? I'm just saying, 20 years, it's a long time to go without seeing your daughter. You should try and talk to her. I mean, I'm sure she misses you. Talking helps, you know.
That's rich coming from you, kid. Tell me something. Have you spoken to your therapist yet? Yeah, I thought not. So where do you get off telling me what I should do? You don't want to fucking live. You haven't got the right to tell anyone what they should or shouldn't do.
Look, you're not getting any younger. You may as well bury the hatchet before it's too late.
Just get out, you're a goddamn hypocrite. Trying to help and you won't even help yourself. What a joke.
I'm just being stubborn. What happened is in the
Just
past.
get out.
Don't do this.
Just go.
I've not even given Eddie a dinner yet, though.
Don't bloody bother. You gave her pathetic portions anyway. No wonder she hates you. Just leave and don't bother coming back.
You seem out of sorts today. Well, more so than usual. You're right, Eve. I'm just so moody. No one understands me. Let's get out of here. Let's do something. Let's take a break from all this suicide stuff. We could go down to the old fairgrounds. My mum used to take me there when I was younger.
was so mesmerised by all those lights. We used to eat so much candy floss, we get ill.
Nah, no thanks. Fairgrounds, they're just not for me.
I think I'm gonna head. Got stuff to do.
Yeah, cool.
Gloom of land appears, strange cry of fool crowns our ears, old sorrows of removes our breath.
Come in. Get him, Eddie.
Some highly trained killing machine you've got there.
Thought I got rid of you.
I brought you something.
No, not the same. Not the same at all.
Fine, I'll just take it and go then.
No, it's okay. I don't mind finishing it for you. Seeing as you're here, you can give us a hand.
Nah, I'm off the clock, I just came to give you that.
Shut up and sit down.
So, what are you doing here anyway?
Sorting out these books. Keepers in this box, all the rest over there.
Warship down?
Business. Massive letdown. I thought it was a Navy book.
Just got rabbits in the cover?
Never judge a book by its cover, Tom. I called her. She wants to meet up.
Well, that's great, isn't it?
Is it? Life is bad. It's...
Misery?
Keep. I don't want to go through the same thing twice in one life. I'm in a decent routine here. Me and Eddie are content enough.
What was the pursuit of happiness?
Definitely been. Do you think I'm going to take advice on living life to the fullest from a kid who can't even successfully top himself?
Parents used to read this to me. Before.
Luke, if I meet up with her, will you fucking drop it after that?
Absolutely.
Who's that?
Just some girl I met at therapy.
She must be special to make you crack a smile. That's the second time I've seen you smile. And the first time was when you thought I was dead. I can't believe I'm actually going to see her again.
I'd get rid of this.
Change your heart.
A suicide note should always be left. It can be a list of reasons why you've committed such an act. It could be rambling bullshit in an attempt to be meaningful and deep, or simply a goodbye. Try and keep obvious cliches out the note. Saying goodbye cruel world, or anything along those lines, it just isn't working. If the world's so cruel, it won't be listening to your goodbye, and it'd probably be standing with the rest of his friends laughing and telling you to jump. Here's a fun and original idea for leaving your note, and this is what you'll need. Some paper, scissors, some sticky fixers, a pen, and a handgun. Firstly, you'll need to draw your design. This could be anything you like, but just remember, keep it simple. I've went outside the lines there, but nobody's perfect. Now, you need to cut it out. Ordinarily at this stage you might ask someone to help, but given the fact they might want to stop you, a little prick in the hand's a mere drop in the ocean compared to what's about to happen next. This is a bit messy now, but I mean, hey, I'm having fun. After this you'll need to find a canvas, but I should say that any white wall will do. And after that, you just need to let her rip. Between the time of your demise and the time it takes the local authorities to arrive, your stencil should have dried perfectly. Now here's a few that I made earlier. To recap, always leave a note. Not leaving a note is the single most selfish thing you could ever do.
And I kicked her in the head and I said, you go near my Tommy again and I'll cut your hair off and I'll feed it to you. Oh, I gotta go. There's another mental here. Dr. Watson, yeah?
Yep.
Right, park it.
Thanks. Alright, how's things?
I've been better. I applied to a seminar on coping with rejection.
Yeah, how did it go?
I don't know. I didn't get in.
That's kind of funny.
You seem to be in a good mood.
Had a good day.
Eve McKinley?
Well, that's me.
Eve, wait. What are you doing tomorrow? Because I was thinking maybe we could go out or stay in or something.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you ready to talk? Take a seat.
Feeling anxious and restricted. Just like my thoughts are all muddled up.
Anything else?
Had another crazy pipe dream yesterday.
I'm gonna give you cancer.
What do you suppose that means?
Well, I suppose it could mean that you shouldn't take up smoking a pipe.
Seriously?
No. Dreams where there's smoke can often mean that you're putting up a smokescreen to something in your real life, figuratively speaking. I don't think you're in touch with your emotions. I think there's something inside you that you're not confronting.
You know, you're pretty good at this when you're not doing a Sudoku.
I'm actually doing one right now. I'm that good. Okay, that's nearly time, but if you're not doing anything tonight, I suggest that you check out this session.
Oh yeah, because I've got no plans and nothing to do on a Friday night.
Well, you can go along next week.
No, I really don't have any plans tonight.
Oh, well, okay.
Come in and join us, friend.
Hi, I'm Tom Collins and I'm suicidal.
Oh, Tom, we don't actually do that here, the whole introducing thing. But hey, yeah, Tom Collins, that's quite funny because we actually have a Jack Daniels and a Tia Maria as well. Oh, sorry, only kidding. Anyway, Where were we? Yes, sir. You were just about to begin.
Yeah, I was going to say I used to need sexual gratification at least 3 times a day, but as of late it's increased.
Sir, I have to stop you there. The sex help classes are actually a Thursday night. This is coping with depression.
Oh.
Well, that was an unfortunate start. Anyway, let's move on. Over to you, sir.
I don't know what it is that gets me down really. I guess I just feel unappreciated. At work everyone doesn't listen to me, even at home. I just feel like everyone ignores me.
That's good. I think we've all had that feeling of feeling underappreciated and ignored. But remember, you're much appreciated in this space, Dan.
It's James.
What about you, madam?
I don't think I can do this.
It's okay. Take your time. We're all here for you.
Uh, 2 years ago, I lost my husband. He was such a gentle soul. And one day, just out the blue, I found him lying lifeless. It's an image that'll always haunt me. I lost the best part of me that day.
I'm truly sorry. It's incredibly hard when we lose someone that we love, and especially so early in a relationship.
I always think, what could I have done differently? Should I have paid him more attention? Did I smother him? I just don't understand. How could things go so wrong?
You must never, ever blame yourself.
But then why did he leave me? I just miss him so much.
Glasgow, 1964. Clement Klaus writes his suicide note.
Dear, heinous bitch. The count of ways I hate you would be as fruitless as counting all the grains of sand in the Sahara. My hate for you surpasses the very end of this and the next life. Your constant negativity has taken its toll, a burden I can no longer bear. It seems that I should leave before this sprung coil of mine escalates my mere annoying outbursts and angry rages into something more sinister to those around me. So that's why I've come here. I'd leave all my possessions to a heinous bitch. May she build a hateful life without me. Fuck you, Mrs. Klaus.
Yo!
Do you want to try that again?
If you don't mind.
Yo!
Yes, you nailed it that time.
Thanks. Feel better. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Where are we going?
Go see. Look, wait, let's go. So is it just like you remember?
Not exactly.
Look, I'm sorry, I really didn't realise it had shut down. Look, I've got a plan B. Right, it's ready.
So your alternative to a day at the fairground is a creepy abandoned theatre.
Just come on. Cover your eyes.
How did you find this place?
Just came across it last year. You know, I thought it might make a nice suicide spot.
Such a romantic.
But only whip this together quickly, okay? So just use your imagination.
Okay.
We had freedom, we had lost. We were stealing it at cost. We sold our side. We sold our side. We had hearts and we had sex. We were building it and burned. We knew what's right. We knew what's right.
Listen, I'm sorry the actual fairground didn't work out.
You dropped the ball, Tom. Shame on you. Maybe one day I'll forgive you.
Oh, please, have mercy on me!
Don't grovel. You're making a scene in front of all of these people.
I'll let them look. I am who I am, damn it.
Dramatic. I liked it. You should take your acting to the stage.
Hands in the cart at all times, please. I've not been on the stage since I was in school anyway.
Did you play the part well?
My mum said I was the best damn carrot she'd ever seen.
Thanks for this, Tom.
Here! Oh, shit, who's in here?
Wow.
Top floor. Door opening. Have a nice day.
So is that me then?
Guess it is, son.
Well, listen, I'll pop back around in a couple of days. You know, see how things go with your daughter.
Listen, Tom. Life is... It's not all...
What's this? A cup? Closed in my true love's hands? Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, Charles, drunk all, and left no friendly drop to help me after? I'll kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth remain on them. To make dye with a restorative. Hold still. Thy lips are warm. Yea, noise, then I shall be brief. O happy dagger, thy sheath, there rust and let me die.
Okay, Tom. Now today we're going to work on something a bit different. And no, it's nothing dodgy before you pipe up.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Sure you weren't. What we're working on today is at the cutting edge of psychological treatment. It's called the bullshit test. Now, I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and if I'm not happy with your response, I'm going to press the buzzer, and you have to answer me truthfully.
Okay. But why are we doing it?
Because I suspect you haven't been entirely honest as to why you want to commit suicide. And I get to have fun at my buzzer. Okay, so let's get started. Why do you want to kill yourself?
Boredom.
Surely you can do better than that.
Well, look, just think we're all on our way out, you know? Life's just a bit pointless, really. Well, you didn't even give me a
I heard enough.
This is ridiculous. That's another stupid technique from that book.
No, it's from my book.
Your book? Nice picture.
Right, stop stalling. And answer me honestly. Why do you want to commit suicide?
Guess everyone's put here for a reason, right? Like, they all have a purpose and they help in some way, but I don't. I just don't fit in. I don't have a purpose.
You should be on stage, son. But that doesn't wash with me. Right, there's plenty of people out there that do absolutely nothing for everyone else. So I'm sorry, but that's just bullshit.
For God's sake.
Answer me truthfully. You're making this harder than it has to be. I just want the truth.
What if you can't handle it?
Just answer the fucking question.
I don't know, okay? Maybe because I feel nothing. I feel fucking nothing each and every goddamn day. See people out there enjoying their lives. I just don't feel it. I've never felt it. Like, there's no point to life anyway, so who cares if I decide to get there sooner rather than later? Who fucking cares? Why only half?
Because I suspect there's an element of truth embedded in there somewhere, amongst all the cliches.
Thanks. And that's time. Maybe I think about taking that stupid test out your book. People only tell you the truth if they want to.
I suppose you're right, but the test isn't for me.
What? How?
Like you said, Tom, that's time. Okay, Tom. Until next time. Good session. Edna, looking glamorous as ever.
Mr. Nielsen, it's just me. Hello? Not this again. I come over and check your pulse and you scare the crap out of me. Fine.
Gather round this old table. Choose your favourite chair.
Well, I'm back. I was ignoring this for a little while because of, let's just say, a lack of motivation.
Around this table.
However, due to recent circumstances, I'll be swiftly moving ahead with the plans.
Still feel his brooding silence over there.
Hi Tom, can you call me back? I really need someone to talk to.
It looks like I'll be checking out in the not too distant future.
No arguments left to lose.
I'll be seeing Mr. Nielsen again.
Left to spread. Nowhere restful for a weary.
Hi, this is Eve. Please leave a message after the beep, unless you're a
Hey Eve, this is Tom. Collins. You must be busy right now. Guess you finally got a job in that shop. Look, long story short, I found it. You need to come over, like, right now. I'll see you soon. Tom. Collins.
Oh
I'm telling you, this is the final piece of the suicidal jigsaw. Listen, you want a drink? Can I fancy a drink? Yeah, I'm going to make a drink. Wonder where they got it. I mean, maybe France or something like that, but then how do you get it back in the plane? Who knows, maybe before 9/11 you could take that sort of thing back. I suppose he could have made it. I mean, he was a woodworker after all. Yeah, he really knew me.
I'm sorry, but what is wrong with you? You don't phone or text me for days, and you ignore my calls, and then the only reason you talk to me is because something good is happening in your life. You're not actually interested in me. You just asked me round because I'm the only person you have.
Eve.
Shut up, Tom. Don't speak, I'm talking. You've never even asked me how I'm doing. We met in a fucking psychologist's waiting room and you never even asked me why. Why, Tom? What's wrong with you? Well,
You told me not to speak.
don't be so pedantic, Tom.
I guess I just didn't think about it really.
Well, that really sums you up. So you just continue with your little delusional suicide scheme? Because when you go, it won't even be a tragedy. There's only going to be one person that actually cares.
Eve, wait!
Just fuck off, Tom!
It's not even spectacular!
Can you give this back to Dr. Watson, please?
Do I look like a messenger?
Well, yeah. What else is a receptionist supposed to do but impart messages to people?
Tom! My favourite suicidal person. You know, you're not a downer like the rest of them. Okay, so who pissed in your lemonade?
Look, I'm not staying. Just came here to give you this. I won't be needing it anymore.
Right. You know, you weren't supposed to take this in the first place. I've been looking for this for days. What is this?
It's me proving the librarian wrong.
Oh, so that's it?
Yep.
What happened? I thought we progressed.
Doesn't really matter now.
Yeah, well, it does to me.
I'm not interested in talking anymore.
You may not want to talk, but you're damn sure gonna listen.
Move!
Do you not realise you're deluding yourself? All this talk of suicide and being remembered. Do you think that's your purpose? Yes. Well, then you're even more stupid than I thought. Here's some home truths. It's no one's purpose in life to kill themselves. It's not a job and it's no use to anybody. And regardless of how spectacular it is, you won't be remembered. You'll be in the news for a day and then you'll be forgotten about forever the next. You'll be Chesney Hawkes. You're living in a dream world and you need to snap out of it. You don't want to kill yourself to be remembered. You want to kill yourself because you're terrified of living. But I'm guessing you don't want to get close to anyone because of this deep-seated belief that eventually everyone will leave you. So instead of letting anyone in, you beat them to the punch and leave them before they can do it to you.
But I suppose, on some level, you already know this. You're just not willing to try. And that's sad. Tom?
Goodbye, Dr. Watson. Hi, I'm Tom Collins and this is my spectacular suicide. Bet some of you thought I wouldn't get here, but here I am. So here we've got a guillotine, fireworks. I'm gonna... Fuck. Fuck!
Hi, this is Eve. Please leave a message after the beep unless you're Tom Collins, who is a... Hi, this is Eve. Please leave a message after the beep unless you're Tom Collins, who is a...
Eve, look, it's Tom. I've not got much time. I just wanted to phone and tell you you're right, and I'm sorry. Goodbye. Eve! Why are you so upset? You don't even know him.
Just get emotional at these kind of things. So.
Mr. Nielsen would have liked it here. One last do and don't. If you're going to use a guillotine to kill yourself, Eve, make sure that the blade's sharp.
Oh, you fucking bastard!
Eve? Because if you don't, you'll just end up with a sore neck, a bruised ego, but still very much alive.
Knew you wouldn't do it. Coward.
Properly tried, had my head in a guillotine and everything.
I heard it. What are you doing? I thought you'd given up on therapy.
Just came to give you something. Figured you need all the help you can get.
Well, in that case, I've got something for you.
Thanks. I'm regularly short on toilet paper. Listen. Thanks. Really.
Same time next week?
We'll see.
Dr. Watson, I'm taking a half day.
Take all the time you need, you're fucking fired!
As for my final don't listen to me. I'm full of shit. Because as a wise man once said to me, fucked if I know what's round the corner.
And here come the fireworks.